I don't want to start too soon because my parents might be coming around, but probably there won't be time later. So, any questions? We'll do that now. Yeah.
Additional help.
We'll be covering that actually. What else? I know all the questions will come flooding at the end because I'll be mentioning a whole bunch of things. Oh, wait, I got to ask about that and about that. So, yeah. But, yeah. So, I'm really tempted to start. I just don't want to leave anybody out. Is it pretty well cleared out down there?
Yeah.
Okay, let's just do this. I'll start, and then if anybody comes in, I'll just backfill them in. Welcome. I'm Dave Honda of Math 8. Hopefully got the right class. And welcome. My agenda, trying to figure out what I could squeeze into 10 minutes. So I figured introductions about my background, a little bit about myself. Even though it was in my syllabus/game manual, a little bit about grading, how you can keep tabs on things, and being proactive, one of the things being time outside of class where extra help's available. Okay. So a little bit about myself. Dave Honda. I've been teaching at Marshall ever since we opened, including the old site. I opened up the old school with Rick Novak and this school. Before that, I used to teach at Wilson Middle School, which is down in Normal Heights. So I've lost track. It's 25th, 26th year teaching, somewhere around there. Nothing but middle school. Before that, I went to UCSD. I was an applied math major, and pretty much got my credential there, did my math degree there, and just went straight into teaching. And then before that, I grew up in the Bay Area, Sunnyvale, and but I decided when I was in college, I liked San Diego so much, I just decided to stay. So I was in Scripps Ranch for a bit, Ivy Hill Complex, and I moved to Rancho for Mosquitoes. But yeah, I decided to just stay in San Diego, which my mom never stopped giving me a hard time about because now she's got grandkids and she's really like, get to see the grandkids and not. Anyways, let's not get sidetracked. So that's a little bit about me. So when it comes to middle school math, I've told your kids, I can help them. I know some kids get a little nervous. They come in feeling like they're a little weak in math, or their kid's stronger. But no matter what the issues are, I'm always willing to help them. And hopefully I've got, different ways of teaching them. One way didn't take hold, maybe another one didn't, because they're all, everybody learns differently. So first thing you probably were wondering about, it was in the syllabus, but I'll mention it again. As 8th graders, grading. A lot of the math department, we've talked about this, other departments have talked about it as well. We're trying to make sure that they understand that when they move on to the high school, it's about understanding something. That back in elementary school, a lot of the grade was working hard and being a good student, but these days it's more about, do you understand what you're learning, and more than just about completing assignments. So I hope the kids are focused on that. I try to reinforce it with them every day. That's more about understanding and asking questions and getting help than just checking an assignment off their plan. So this is my grading setup. Basically, the work is 10% of their grade, and then these two categories is where they show me they understand something. So basically what I'm trying to get at is the bulk of their grade is about showing me they're getting it. And these. If you saw my game manual, your kids may have told you at this point, or may have seen it, I run what's called a gamified class. Basically kind of a layer on top that kind of makes my class a bit of a game to increase engagement and to hopefully help with citizenship and cooperation and things like that. But make no mistake, bottom line, my class is not a game. My top priority is helping your kids understand math. The whole game thing is completely secondary in my opinion. If it ever doesn't work out, I just throw it out the window and focus on the math things. But on that note then, my class has gotten a little complicated over the years. Every year I've added a layer and another layer and another layer, and I'm surprised where I'm at this point. But obviously that makes it hard for you. So one thing I kind of want to put your mind at ease about is you've probably seen your kids, maybe they talk to you about how I use a program called Canvas. Canvas is a district purchase program. It's called the Learning Management System. So it's more than just PowerSchool with grades. It's grades, assignments, place I can post an online quiz, videos, things like that. So I use Canvas, and I've already set up all your kids on Canvas. They all have a Canvas account. So as far as their academic grade, I use Canvas. But if you just use PowerSchool, that's fine. The Canvas directly pushes to PowerSchool, so anything on Canvas automatically will show up eventually in PowerSchool. Okay. But what I want to get at here is, I've been talking about with the kids, is that this is where the grades are academically. This year I added on another layer called Classcraft. This is the gamified piece. It's a company that is on that whole gamified kick as well, because it's a trend in education we're seeing. And so just realize that anything in Classcraft that the kids are doing is not about their academic grade. The assignments are there, but no points in there are for their academic grade. It's all about engagement and getting them more motivated and citizenship. Because the one thing you're going to start to see a lot of is all these different points in my class. There's points for tests, there's points for quizzes. Those are grades. But then I've got things called experience points, things about where they complete the work. It's not a part of their academic grade, but they're points that will level them up in Classcraft, things like that. Okay, so, but bottom line, what I wanted you to get, walk away with is that if you're concerned about the grades, PowerSchool and Canvas, if you kind of want to see citizenship and how they're doing on a daily basis, Classcraft. I will be sending information on this probably in a week or two so that you guys can sign up for parent accounts on these. I didn't send it initially because I wanted the kids understanding how to use these before I send you the information as well. But expect the letters sometime next week. Okay. Getting access, like I said, I'll send a letter home, but just so you know, these are the things I use. PowerSchool, and I also use the school homework page. So if you're looking for those daily updates on what's been assigned, I do post there. You can just go to the school website for that, which, you know, the student parent login, you guys are mostly familiar. If you've got some new parents, just go to the school website, look for PowerSchool. It'll take you through the process of going to the office to create an account. And then, yeah, the school website. So this is, I just click my page, due dates, what we're doing, what the assignments are. You can even subscribe, and it'll give you email updates as well on that. All right, and then, so if you are interested in also Canvas and then Classcraft, that's the letter I'll be sending home. Canvas, like I said, is just, think of it as PowerSchool enhanced, if there's a bit more to it. But it's a nice place to see all the assignments that we're doing, the due dates. The kids can even use this as a checklist to check things off, to say they've done it, to help them keep track of things. And then, of course, Classcraft, the gamified part. This is a snapshot. It literally makes it like a game. This is the quest map. Basically, each chapter, we turn it into a quest, and each spot on the map is a lesson. And so as they complete more lessons and we do more work together, new pathways open up, with the end goal being getting to the end of the map. Okay, so question came up earlier about how to get extra help. So aside from all that stuff, because again, I'm 3 minutes. I even started early. These are some of the things that if I were a parent that I'd probably be asking about. In my class, any of you seen The Matrix? There's that one scene where he says, I can open the door, but you're the one that has to walk through it. For my 8th grade classes, I live that a lot. I want them to go on to the high school to be more proactive, to take advantage of opportunities. So in my class, there's a lot of opportunities, but I really try to reinforce that they're the ones that have to step up and take advantage of it. So things like getting help in class or asking questions, we always start the homework in class. I always make opportunities for that. I make it opportunities to ask questions when we correct things. So when your kids are saying, I'm not getting it, well, maybe they should be asking more questions. Okay, there's never an excuse that there wasn't time to ask questions. There is always time to ask questions in my class again. Okay. Some of the kids have been really great about this. I even make opportunities for extra practice. Recently, I've been giving a couple assignments where, okay, you can either try this assignment, or if that's not how you learn, you can try this assignment. And I've had kids say, can I do both? And I'm like, yes, definitely. So on Classcraft and in my assignments, you'll see opportunities for extra practice. Question always comes up, retakes. Tests and quizzes, yes, I do retakes. Okay, like I said before, my emphasis is on your kids' understanding. Okay, it's all about making mistakes and learning from those mistakes. So if they don't do well on the test, I'm just expecting them to come get help, study a little more, and we can do a retake. Okay, you'll get more on that with my letter. And then helps outside of class. I just talked to the kids this week about this. This is my system. Before school, lunch, after school. Before school, it's more about just a place to work, but lunch and after school is for homework help, tutoring. If it's open, they just sign up with their initials. If I can't be available, I exit out, and then anytime I see initials, I know to stick around and they can come and get some help. And then, like I was saying earlier, I think bottom line, the biggest thing if you're looking for things to do at home, just to try to encourage your kids to be proactive. I get the range. I get kids who just are on top of their game. They've got no problems asking a question in the middle of class. I've got other kids who are on the shy side. Okay, and that's only natural. It's middle school. Everyone's kind of in a different spot. But the more you can ask, reinforce them to be more proactive in my class, take advantage of opportunities, I think the better they're going to do. It's just going to take a little while, a little bit of a push to get some of them out of their shell. So I'm hoping that answers a lot of your questions you came in with. So I'll ask the same question before, as I did before. Any other questions?
How long have you been doing that game?
I've been gamifying my class for 3-4 years now, but that was strictly on my own, making those cards you see over there. If you want to read them on the way out, you can. So the Classcraft piece was just a company that was doing something similar, and I liked it well enough that I just kind of added that layer. But the gamified piece I've been doing for a while now. Yeah. Other questions?
You can access the Classcraft online from home?
Yeah, so that letter I'm going to send next week, I'm going to include how to set up a parent account on Canvas, which will help you check grades. I'll give you parent access to Classcraft, which is more about just the daily stuff they do, citizenship, and just kind of having fun with things. And just, I think there was one other thing I was going to put on it, but it's escaping me right now. So, yeah.
In general, should we be expecting them to have homework every night?
I would say yes, but more like finishing homework every night. I try not to give a homework assignment that we don't get a chance to start, and if they need the opportunity to ask their table mate questions and work with each other, or to ask me questions. So, other questions come up, please feel free to email me. I'll get right back to you as soon as I can. And yeah, if you know of anybody who could make it tonight, I'll be posting this video eventually on my team page so other people can see it. Thank you. Wait, I feel like I just ran a sprint.